Hi guys, so I am back with a project share. This is a custom order for Laura. She wanted a soft cover journal using the Ghostly Rose. I had made a few months back a journal using the Ghostly Rose from I think it's the Stash Depot on Etsy. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If I'm wrong, I will check and put it in the description box below. But that's what she wanted, and this is what I came up with. I tried to go as close as the other one as possible, but as you know, these are one of a kind. Sometimes you have the same thing, sometimes you don't. So I hope you like it, Laura. So I have used, it's a soft cover, and I covered it with this beautiful upholstery fabric. It looks very Victorian, I think. I love it. It's got roses all, and I covered that and stitched it inside and out. And then I used one of the images for the front cover. I used glossy accents and my glass glitter to accentuate the rose. I used one of my applique flowers in the front to cover the grommet. It's got seam binding closure. This is stitched onto the cover. I have a metal book plate here, and you can slide this out and write the year or your name. For the spine, I have this lace and some vintage rickrack going down the center, and then I made a little tassel here that's hanging from a bow pin. You can remove it if it bothers you, and it has just different fibers and vintage rickracks and lace and these little I never remember what these are called, but they're throughout the tassel. And the back I left plain because I just didn't want to cover the fabric. I thought it was cute. Bronze metal corners on the corner of the journal. So let's get right to it. So this video isn't too long because I want to see if I can mail this out to you today. So you open it up and it looks like this. I have a glassine little pocket that I just tore and have some vintage music that I printed on. And as you can see, I printed some little bit of flowers, and it has a butterfly backed onto a doily, and then the glassine bag. I have a tag that says handmade with love, and the X Libras. I figure you can probably put this wherever you want to. You can actually even put it there or in the back of the book if you want to. No, because there's something in the back of the book. Or you can just leave it in the pouch. So that goes in there, in that pocket. Letter from the bookmaker. And that goes there. I've stitched, all the laces are stitched and the tabs are stitched directly onto the page. There's some thread. So this is the paper, and it's got coffee dyed paper, vintage rickrack that I stitched onto the lace and onto the page. This is an envelope, and in here I have this that says notes, and that's backed onto avocado dyed paper. I like the vintage looking dusty rose, so that's what all the tags are backed onto. And these, I just did that stitching on the little flap. Then you have a postcard has been stitched, half page. You have your bag there, and printed onto my vintage music paper a beautiful rose. And then on the other side I also printed a flower. And then I used some of the same fabric from the cover, and I made and stitched a pocket, and it just holds a postcard and one of these for extra journaling. And of course you can journal here as well. This is a vellum pocket, and I just have a rose that's printed onto muslin. I did a little collaging, applique flower, and it just holds another couple of a postcard and tag. And I can't remember, I think I got this off of Digital Collage Club. I can't remember, I'm sorry. Seam binding there. Got tracing paper, more of that ghostly rose. And I think here I used some of Artie Maze's background paper and Seneca Pond Crafts as well. Here I have a little collage here with a doily, butterflies, and it says bed of roses, and I have some eyelash trim, and it flips down and it holds a little postcard. Vintage poetry book. This is from Seneca Pond Crafts, and this is her graph paper. Beautiful image there. This is onion skin paper that I've coffee dyed. And another journaling card. Another flip, and this one says cherish the moment, and I just hand cut this little banner and backed it onto that. This is just a little envelope for storing something in that I just cut. Another tab. Here I used a belly band from the kit, and another postcard, and a little tiny postcard. This is Edith Holden. Love that bird. And then I have some line paper, and I stitched a pocket with some lace, and another tag, and another journaling card, and that just goes in there. Here I have a lace tip-in. This crochet up here my sister hand crocheted for me, and I just put it on the top, and you just tip it up. More Seneca Pond. And actually you can actually even use this as a tuck. All of these. And I'll be sending you a little goodie bag. So this opens like that for extra journaling. And then this is a tag, and this back here is open for more room. This is a little envelope, and I made one of these little vintage. I have lace sandwich in here. There's nothing in here at the moment, but I'm going to send you a couple little things. And it's magnetized, and I put a little crochet lace there, and a little charm with a key and a locket, and that's with Edith Holden, and that just goes right in there. In the back of that there's another pocket stitched on, and you have another little card and another little card there. Line paper. Here is another little flip down, and this says live, love, laugh. Seneca Pond craft, more lined paper. Here I have one of my postcards. They're not vintage, they just made to look vintage, but they're nice. I took a bag here, one of those European looking craft bags, and I altered it. I put some trim here. I used some of the music sheet and printed a bird with a little envelope here. I made a little envelope with a little card that goes in there. I added trim, little seam binding bow, and in here I have a fern letter for extra journaling. You can just open it up and then just put it right back in. And that goes in there. And this as well is open in the back of the envelope for extra storage. Here I stitched on a side tuck, the other side of that envelope for extra storage, tucking things away, and another postcard, little fibers here, and this says life is sweet. Here I have two more cards, and this one is a little flip. Here I have a little, I took a little, one of my little stationaries that says coffee background, and I just glued it only on 3 sides and made it into a little pocket, and you can open it up and journal there. And I added a bow pin with a lock and a key. This is onion skin paper, more lined paper, more Seneca Pond graph paper. This is Edith Holden. I just added some lace and has little pearls, and I turned that into a pocket, and it holds these that says notes. The other side of the poetry book, another little tab there. This is another pocket with this here. Doily, another piece of the vintage music sheet that I printed on, and that's a little flower with another butterfly and a little bow and a little bit of trim. And I believe this was my friend Alicia who sent me this. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Thank you, Alicia. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry to the person who sent it to me. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was you. Here's the other side of that pocket with 2 more cards. Did a lot of stitching on this one. Here's another vintage music sheet, and I just printed butterflies on it. And on this side I have the beautiful little bird. The other side of the baggie. And here I have another postcard. And I did some more stitching. And I know the other book I had silver thread, Laura, but I couldn't find a silver thread this time. Normally I pick it up in Walmart. They were out, so I had to use white, so I'm sorry about that. And here's another little end flip out. And we come to the back of it, and I have a little pocket with a little applique and dangles, and I made this little booklet. You could put this in your purse with avocado and coffee dyed paper. And I think this book has I think it has about 90 pages front and back, so it's a nice size. So I'm gonna count, and I'm gonna send you the page count when I send you the video for you to look at, okay? I hope you like it. It was fun to make, and yeah, I hope you like it, Laura. And alright, and I'm off to the next project. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.